For the share too, appreciate it. Oh, see, I wonder if that came up because of what you said. Look at, there's a little thing down there that says community standards on the bottom.
Oh, oops.
Was that always there?
Oh, yeah, that's always there.
Oh, we must have dropped again because we went down to 27 viewers. Oh boy, I tell you, this has just been a nightmare tonight.
Well, if anybody's out there, they'll just see he's shaking his head. He doesn't like that. That line that he's got on the 6 ball there is one of the lines he looked at, but not frozen on the rail because I think he's...
Yeah, we definitely did go down again for a second.
He wants to play a little stop shot.
Pretty sure it went back up on YouTube now. This has just been kind of a nightmare tonight.
Yeah.
I think it was probably actually Craig Fowler's fault tonight.
So he's choosing to play the 4 instead and roll forward and get another attempt at a good angle on the 6 to get him on the 3. He can get on the 6 ball. If he shoots the 4, the pink 4, he can get on the 6 ball in the... And I'm not seeing it on Facebook either. I mean, I don't know if we're up on Facebook.
Well, right, it did go down, and now it's back to 10, so...
Meanwhile, he did get straight on the 6 in that side pocket, and he wants to just stay right there or just drift forward a fraction.
Well, here's what I will promise everybody who is actually still around watching. We will have this fixed before Sunday.
Of that, I can assure you.
Yeah, because this is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. So he worked hard, and he does have a shot on the 3 in the side now. Still got to negotiate how he doesn't collide into these stripes and run amok. Almost.
Amok.
Almost prefer to bank it in and just play a stop shot, but he can cut this ball in the side. Look at what he's looking at. He's thinking about bridging over those stripes to get a shot on the 1 ball. So look, he's just going to roll this in here and stay down there. Negotiate a little bump on the stripe ball. And right behind him. What a problem.
Mungo, thanks for the share. We appreciate it. We obviously need all the shares we can get tonight based on the fact that we keep going down every 30 seconds. It's not bothering me.
Yeah, and he needed to negotiate that kiss just right. And if it wasn't just right, it's going to be very wrong. And he's eyeballing whether he likes this jump shot or not, but he's very close to this 11 ball.
That's a pretty steep jump.
That's a very difficult shot to reach. The cue ball's got to be
shaking his head. He's definitely not very happy with himself at the moment. All right, kicking away. He's going to try and kick this ball down into the corner.
Yep. And he hasn't called it yet, but presumably he's going to call the 1 in the corner up there. And a gentleman's game. Preston knows he's shooting at it probably, but...
Well, I'll just keep... Thanks, Lisa. Over and over. Everybody's jumping back in and sharing, which we appreciate.
Hi there, people. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in.
We just started. I think I probably need another shot after things are going the way.
Yeah.
All right, kick this 1 in. Let's see a shot here, huh? Oh, just next to it. All right, Preston with an opportunity here to take it to double digits, get it to 10-5.
Yeah, double his score. 2/3 of the way to the finish line. Oh, he's not out yet, though. These stripes. He's got 3 stripes there all clustered together, which he's going to break out right now.
Well, we must have YouTube back up because it appears that it's going.
was a successful shot there. So now his balls are all wide open.
Yeah, Preston, I'm sure, is really liking the look of this table now. A lot of options. Play what you like here. That's a nice thing.
And he's not going to shoot the 15 now because it's got an awkward little angle on it. He could shoot it. Maybe he is going to shoot it. And go up for the 10. No, he's hitting low, so he's drawing. There you go.
Still for the 10.
Well struck shot.
Well, now you are kind of definitely just on the 9 next, I think.
Yeah, the 14 doesn't
Straight
go
up and
past
back.
the 9. So this is a smaller window to hit, but he had no problem just staying up there on it.
Stop shot, side pocket 14. Stop shot, side pocket 13.
12.
Or 12, yeah.
Yeah.
8 in the side or 8 in the corner?
That's his pick.
Those are the choices, and he
One
decides
of the
corner.
6 pockets, probably.
Probably. Makes sense. And puts it down. Shot Preston.
Makes it look easy.
10 games, just doubled the score of Jake. Jake was starting off strong, staying right with him. He definitely needs to get something rolling here. Jake's a good player. It's not going to hold him back. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, and he's got to hope he gets a chance. And at the moment, most of these racks, both players are getting a crack. It depends if the break can start working. They've been threatening to break well most of this match. Balls seem to be opening up well. Not making a lot of balls on the break. And there's another one.
Well, that's a good break. He made a few there. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he made 3 almost.
1, 2.
Yeah, he made 3 actually.
Huh.
That's the one game. I think the next 8-ball tournament we're going to run is going to be a take what you make 8-ball. It's interesting. I saw him playing that quite a bit. I think it's interesting strictly because I haven't played it since I was like 16, I think. Definitely changes the game.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's the same. In some racks, you're shooting at something that's a lot tougher. So, little draw shot here. Pop out for his choice of 2 stripes. Looks like he's just got a little angle on the 15 in the side where he can just draw back and scoot over and have a shot on the 11 in the same pocket. Or, oh no, okay. That's simpler, isn't it? Simpler and better. Just roll forward gently. Roll forward gently. And roll forward gently.
Yeah, definitely. He's still going to just bump that 3 a little bit. Oh boy. Used the whole pocket, didn't he?
He was watching that kiss too carefully.
Puts it down. Going to get him to 11 games. I dry broke again, but it's been working for him for the most part when he is dry breaking. Jake's been knocking a few out of the way, and then Preston's been able to clean him up. So Jake needs to finish one here. He definitely is capable, and I've seen Jake play some really great runs. This is an open table. He needs to take advantage here, I think.
Yeah, so he has a nice layout here for stripes. This is one of the key shots, getting down on that 15. It's going to draw down gently. That'll do nicely. Kind of just on the wrong side of straight to make this simple to get back out. Doesn't have to do too much if he doesn't mind taking a longer shot. The draw shot risks drawing into the corner pocket if you give it too much. You could pound it in super hard just to bounce off the rail a few inches. You could follow with a lot of spin and left-hand swing and dance around the 4-ball back out to the middle of the table, or you could just roll this ball in gently and he has shots at distance.
I think you just draw back with some left here. Or I'm sorry, right.
To the side rail or the bottom rail first?
Side rail.
And that's what he's doing. And he's got
too much.
Got himself in trouble.
Well, he got back out of there, I think. Pretty sure he's got the 10 here in the corner.
Wow.
So
yeah.
That'll work. That's tight. He might have to actually play the 14 here. Can't quite tell. Looks like he is going to go at the 10.
Yeah, shooting the 10.
Yeah, rolled it in nice and came up here for the 12 ball.
Well, I don't know if that's nice on the 12.
I don't mind that. You get back to the middle of the table here. I mean, you go forward, but I mean, I think you got a side pocket for the 13 or the 14. You got to tap this in. You don't want to hit this too hard at all. Or you drill it and come out perfect. 14 in the corner. Or does he still have that? Yeah, I think he came out okay here, actually.
Yeah, he's on this ball on the 13. You couldn't get better on it. You might have to spin it a little bit. The question is,
I think you just roll up and let the 5 kind of carry over a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to kind of push you that way.
Right. If you stun or draw it, it might get nudged behind those 2 solids over there. The 6 ball and the 7 ball.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. He's looking at just rolling forward just enough. It's the right shot. I mean, he came out of this okay.
Now, one thing that could happen, the 5 ball bounces out and gets in front of the cue ball.
I don't think he's even going to hit it that hard, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that's
could be
fine.
wrong, but
no, yeah, it's better to hit it softer. Yeah.
Well, and same thing here. I think you don't want to drill this. You just pocket speed this ball, and you should come out perfect for this 8.
Yeah.
Just don't overhit it.
Just got to focus on ball in the pocket. No.
Give it a bounce. Yeah.
Shows the extra
Came
rail.
out good, yeah.
Well struck.
Yeah, I agree. He, being down, it's tough. Sometimes you get in that position. It should be easy, and it gets a lot tougher when you're down 5 games or 6 games. Because you can't miss it. So it's good focus and good out by Jake to get to 6. Now he's only down by 5. You never know. Preston ran a few. Let's see if Jake can come back and get this thing back close.
Yeah, and if he can get the brake working, no reason why not. It started out braking very well. Coming from the edge of the table, but hitting the 1 ball, or the head ball.
Yeah, it was hitting the head ball, and he changed to the side. Right?
Preston switched to the
and Jake followed
second
suit.
ball. Did he? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I
notice
thought he
it.
did. Maybe he didn't. I could be wrong. I thought you were commenting before. Because
Yeah, I think Preston switched to the second ball. It was kind of breaking from the same spot, so they're still breaking from that spot. But in this break, you hit the head ball, but you're hitting it at an angle, and the cue ball flies to the side rail and back into the pack a second time. Well, that time it went above.
that was a lot better speed. I mean, those balls didn't just cluster back together like they do a lot of times with that second ball break. So I think speed is such a crucial thing for that second ball break.
Was that a second ball break?
I think so.
I thought it was a head ball break. Got the replay on that?
I can't. It's a little farther back than I can see. Should have been a little quicker, maybe. All right. Hunting down somebody else's pool ball that came flying into the arena.
And here it doesn't look like he has a lot of options.
I'm going to go back here, but we're going to give it this angle for right now until he decides to shoot down table again. But give you a little look at what he's looking at.
Yeah, I like being able to see the overhead view there. So what's he playing here? 14? Is that a combination?
I don't know what he's doing. Maybe off the rail first 14? No, combination. Good shot. Does he have anything out of that, though? Maybe has a 13 on the side. Or the 12, I should say.
Yeah.
It's close. It's hard to tell. Even on the overhead here, I think it's tough to see if he's got enough of it.
Yeah. That's what he's shooting at. Oh, that's a good shot.
Oh, put it down. Nice shot. Still got his work here, though. I mean, this really this upper corner pocket is definitely not even in play in this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the 9 ball goes past the 5. Which means he's only really got one shot right now, which is that 13 up table.
Yeah, and he's got to kind of get back out on the 11, doesn't he?
Right. Or if he's...
So maybe 2 rails around, come outside the 8 ball there? Follow this? Oh, he's drawing it.
And then the 10 in the side, we'd love to get on that at some point. Yeah.
Well, he's going to get out there for the 11, but he kind of cluttered up
All right.
those 2 balls again.
The plot thickens. Well, he's got a shot on the 11. Draw to the side rail and back over towards those balls. Have to really see a way to get out here, though, isn't it?
Well, if the 9 goes up here in the corner, I mean, he could come across and back, or either corner, really, if you get the right angle.
Corner or the side pocket.
Past the 8 or the... You're talking over by the 7 ball side pocket, right?
Yeah. If he gets a cue ball in close to the 5 or the 2, the 9 ball goes in the side.
He might.
Oh, he's shooting at the 9.
Might be.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Other than the fact that I don't really like where he put the 11 ball, I think I like the shot.
Yeah, and on that kind of shot, you're hoping to tie things up, really, aren't you?
Yeah,
but
I think
he didn't really tie the 4
yeah.
or the 7 up. You're right. The 11 ball just doesn't. It's not going to be in Preston's way.
I think 1 to the 6 in the corner, obviously, and then maybe roll up and try and get 2 in the side or the corner.
Yeah, and where the 11 ball is, and the 7 and the 4, that's Preston's sort of safety net, so he can work on picking these other balls off. No, okay, not anymore.
Well, that's interesting. Did he? I mean, do you think he mishit that?
I don't know. You would think you would try and do something with the 2 and the 6, because you've got a safety net where the 11's safe, and you leave the 7 ball there until after you've solved.
I mean, I guess so. You play the 7 here to the 4 across to the other corner, and then back to the 6.
Yeah, and you lose your safety net, which means you have to get it. You have to get out or get it close to right.
Yeah, right. I think that's why he's probably not shooting it that way.
Right. Because he knows he's not selling out if he does something like this.
Well, and the important thing on that shot is he didn't bury his 6. He kept
Right.
his 6 wide open
It
there.
actually opened it up more, yeah. The 6 is perfect. The stripes still don't go anywhere. And this gives Jake a bit of a problem.
I mean, the only positive here is it's not too tough to play at least a half safety.
A negative
here.
safety, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Tie him up again, yep. He doesn't have to kick.
I don't know, it'd be really tough for me not to shoot straight at the 15 here and just kind of stop it right there, you know. Tight against that 6.
Well,
I gave him 2 options here. I'm not a huge fan of that. He did tie up the 2, though, made sure the 2 didn't go anywhere.
I think Preston's going to go at this and just... He does have a shot on the 4 ball if he wants that. Means you've got to figure out for sure how, when you're shooting the 6, if you get on the 6, how you're going to nudge through and get on the 2. So he's not going to. He's going to say, look, I'm just going to play a safety off my problem ball and try and nudge it back out. Not a bad shot. He has left, if Jake wants to take it, a cut shot on the 9 in the side, which there automatically busts out his problem. And because, other than that, he's got a pretty tough situation here, I think he's going to go for it. Or at least I would. He's snicking off, going safe.
That's pretty good. He tied up the 6 ball.
Tied up, yeah, and the 2.
So I don't know who's at the advantage point right here, to be honest with you. They both are kind of...
Right.
Preston, you got to make sure he hits the 6 before the rail here. Make sure you don't roll it too close to that rail first.
Yeah. Well, that's turned out very nicely, hasn't it? Didn't want that ball to go in. Knew that he was...
Yeah, you're going to have trouble hitting this ball without clearing the pocket for him.
Right. He's got to hit this 15, which obviously he's right on the 15, so he's going to hit the 15. He's got to hit a rail. And somehow not leave Preston a wide open table. That's the part that is problematic.
Well, I mean, almost to the point where I think maybe you avoid hitting the 15 and you try and kick down to the 11.
And sell out and give him ball in hand. Good thinking.
Well, but I mean, at least there you're not breaking them wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd try and go 2 rails at the 11 here, but
snicking the edge of the 15.
See what he's doing.
Maybe you can hit this. So no, he didn't. What's he doing?
Oh boy!
He played your shot, sold out. What did I say?
Well,
Ball in hand.
I don't know if he's sold out here. I mean, got a break and then you got a combination, kind of tricky.
Yeah,
involving the other
sure.
person's ball.
Well, what got lucky for him there is he gave a second problem. So the 2 balls a problem, and now the 7 is. There is a combination on the 7 with ball in hand, but you didn't solve the 2 if you do that. So he's got to solve the 2 first.
6 break the 2, 4, 11, 7. Well, now it. Yikes! I don't know.
Yikes is correct.
I'd like to get a little more distance between him and the 2 ball. I think.
But at least he doesn't have to be too desperate because
of the
11. But with the 10 and the 9 sitting where they are, there's definitely breakout shots. So it's not like you just want to leave him an easy shot. Because Jake is going to be playing aggressively to get out there.
Good job. Awareness by Preston to get him just on that side rail.
Well, I have a tendency to think I want to somehow get the 10 ball over in the vicinity of the pocket and the 7 ball.
Yeah.
And just sort of leave it there somehow if you can do that without totally selling out.
Well, I mean, you could try and just stick him right on the 8 ball. You know, playing the 10 over that way, maybe. It's really the only ball you have to. Well, do you play the 10? I don't know.
I mean, he could play a shot off the 15 ball on the side rail. Maybe bank that 15 3 rails down into that general vicinity. And not really leave a good shot if he leaves the cue ball up table.
Well, he looks. We'll look a little bit here. A little better perspective of what we're seeing. I think Jake understands the gravity of winning this game. I think it definitely is a game that could be a turning point, you know. Down 4 in a race to 15 is probably not as bad as, you know, down 6.
Mathematically speaking, you're absolutely correct.
I knew it was brilliant when I said it. But. It was already halfway out, so I figured I'd toss up a softball to you.
Quickly think of some clever way to finish your sentence.
Yeah, it didn't work. I'm not that clever.
So he is going to play off the 15, it looks like.
Yeah, that's
just leave him up table.
Good call, I think.
And actually soft, leave the 15 up there, makes it impossible for Preston to play a sort of a sneak behind the 2-ball safety. If you bank the 15 3 rails sort of past the center of the table, Preston has a place to hide.
Ah, the heck with it. Crank the 7-ball down right past your...
And he knew what he was leaving here, because he's left a really sort of off-angle, awkward shot on the 2. What he really has left, if Preston wants to go for it and feels he's in trouble and has to shoot his way out, he can cut the 4-ball in and break them out. And
or
if he
play
does...
the 7 off the 4, too. It's not the worst shot.
Play a...
Carom.
Okay.
It's probably harder than making the 4, though. Probably.
Right. And he's called the 7. So he's playing your shot. He's playing a kiss shot on the 7, on the 11-7 combination.
See how it turns out.
What a great shot.
Nothing to it.
But.
Oh, I think he ended up really nice on that, really.
Well, he's now going to... The 2-ball does not look nice. He's going to have to play a thin cut on the 4.
Or bank, yeah. Are you going to gain anything by playing a thin cut on the 4? Or are you going to be right back where you were?
Well,
so?
If he kisses the 8 just right, 1 off the rail.
Could bank the 2 cross side, float up past the 9.
Yeah, cross over that ball.
But he's definitely looking at cutting the 4.
Yeah.
So that's probably the smart shot of the group. But
yeah.
Again, you got to make sure you improve, because shooting this to the side pocket isn't going to be the answer.
Right, and
that's your natural speed for this shot.
He may end up exactly right back where the cue ball is and not like his shot on the 2-ball or something like that.
But then again, he can always
so he's
bank
looking
it
at
cross side again.
He's looking at playing it much slower. Oh, look at this. He is thinking about the... No, I don't know.
Yeah, see it.
Doesn't like it.
See, Preston and I could probably play Scotch doubles together.
Is he just banking this?
Yeah, he's banking the 2. That's.
Yeah,
I like that shot.
Cross side. He's got to cross the cue ball over, get the cue ball out of the way.
Of course, I like that shot. I said I wanted to shoot that shot.
And then what? Draw to get on the 4. Oh, that's a.
Oh, you're kidding me.
That was a nice shot.
Boy, that was really well played. All he had to do is get a little more solid on either one of those, and he's perfect. But Jake is happy. Jake definitely needed to see that scratch, but now he's got to make sure he takes advantage here. He shouldn't have any issues, really.
Yeah. Still got to plan it good, though, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I agree with this shot. I think I'd almost shoot the 10 and come down here for the 15 next, but again, it's up to him. I like the idea
you're
of taking
saying-
the 10, come down for the 15,
You just like to
and
get
then you
it.
just get
Yeah.
that one out of there.
I agree. I like to get the 10 ball out of there. Unless if he ends up perfect on the 10 here. No?
Yeah. Right.
No? All right. So he's just got to get them in the right order. I would have taken the 10 just like you and got up table and then 9 and 11.
Fred, is your finger getting sore yet, Fred? Thanks for the like, buddy. Yeah, I think we're overcomplicating this, though. I mean, it's funny how
Well-
that happens when somebody's not necessarily hitting the ball as
Right.
good as you think.
But what we didn't like is, I mean, he's going to be okay. If he hits just the right speed, he's going to be absolutely fine. It's just a shot that has to be got right. It seems the other way might have been simpler. But like I always say, if you find a way to get out, no one can say it was the wrong way.
We don't know if we agree with that statement, though.
Well, I do. I agree with my own statement. Because you know what? You can't go out there and tell him, hey, you should have done that a different way. He's got this nice little rolling shot on the 10 ball. And he's just got to choose.
Well, he's thinking about it a little bit because he doesn't know if he wants to go around the 8 or stay,
Right.
stay
If you
short
just
for it, right?
yeah, if you don't think about it and roll it in, you end up freezing on the 8 or hitting the 8.
I mean, I think it's
There's no need to do either of those.
either side pocket or the same pocket, one of the two. Looks like it's going to be the same pocket. And perfect speed. Nice shot, Jake.
Yeah.
Finish it off here. Make it 7-11, only down by 4. So definitely within reach of a comeback here. Well, let's see. What else do we know about Jake? Let's find out. Now that we actually haven't gone down in a little while.
How do you feel about jump cues? And Jake says,
Dislike.
Mhm.
How about Preston? Does Preston like him? Just because you use them doesn't mean you like them. How do you feel about jump cues? Preston likes
he
them.
likes
Yeah.
them.
Template racks. Jake.
Dislike.
Template racks. Preston.
Like.
Favorite size table. Hey, they agree. 7-foot table they both
Wow, how about that?
would prefer. And this one, the first type in that I've ever seen.
Yep.
8-ball BCA last pocket.
And that's Jake.
And Preston is 8-ball. Somebody said Justin Eilenfeld said that he thought that wasn't necessarily right, that Preston put 8-ball on there. I don't know why he thinks he knows.
He knows what Preston likes. And they've both answered the same for what started your interest in pool.
Oh, yeah, my dad. It's amazing how many of these young kids' dad is the... It's Mason's answer, too. Well, I like the speed of that break. He hit that really good, made a ball, and
Yeah, and that was a second ball break.
wide open rack, too. He really hit that well.
Yeah, and both groups
Stripes.
are open. Does he have a nice easy shot on that ball hanging in the corner?
I mean, the problem with stripes would be, I guess, 10 ball down on the end rail. And then obviously the
Yeah.
11, 15, you
The
got to
one
get to the
ball.
right side of it.
And then you got the 9 in the side, which can get you up table. So that actually 9 helps you.
2 and the 4 are not the best shots if you do decide on solids.
Yeah. And the only problem with solids is he doesn't have a good shot to start with them. But there's really not a terrible reason other than that not to take solids. But he's playing stripes. And the 11, there you go, right up for the 10 ball right away is what he's planning.
Didn't quite get there, but he does have that 9. He
There we
can come
go.
back down. The 8's down there too, so
Well,
just got to think out these last 3 balls after the 9.
so you're saying now take the 10 last because it's right by the 8? It's difficult to get on the 10.
Roger Pregler, how you doing, buddy?
The 10 ball
Thank you for the like.
has 2 pockets up table. But the 8 ball's kind of in the way mostly to get on the closer pocket. And that gives you a very small window close to get on the 10 and past the 8. And the 9 ball doesn't really help you get on it.
Yeah, it's just not in the right spot, kind of. I think you play that here. I think, truthfully, I use the 15 or the 11 to get down for that 10. depending on which way, you know, because that 15 goes
Yeah.
past the 11.
Right, so you leave your penultimate stripe to get you up there.
Like running the 11 here and just bumping that 15 up to the end rail a bit.
I guess so.
I think that's what he's going to have to do. Or you draw back and push the 15 up.
Can we see the overhead view? See what kind of angle he's got on this
Kevin,
11.
thanks for the like. We can. Especially if he takes his time and looks at it again. I don't know. You might not even have to bump that ball.
No, I think he bumps it.
Roll forward.
No, I think you're right. He bumps it. Nudge it gently. Voila. And
See, now I kind of like coming down off one rail, down to the corner, try and scratch down there by the 10 ball, sort of.
you mean on this shot, or
Yeah, I think so.
leave
Because
the
you got
14?
the 14 as a kind of pseudo backup ball. Here.
It's either that, or he has a chance now to pop out and leave the 14 as his transitional shot. And what he's angling there is on the other side and going
The
round,
tough side, right?
round the angles. I don't know if I like that necessarily. I actually think if he stays on the same side of the 14, he can go one rail.
Yeah, we typically do go to the
Wow.
overhead view for the after the break, so I apologize if I missed it, but can't do it all perfect all the time. Just
Okay.
as I just messed up.
So he's past the straight line. So now he is going around the table. He's got a lot of clutter to navigate his way past.
He's actually at a pretty good angle to run into the 8 ball here. If he hits this,
I actually kind of like that because you don't have bringing it sort of straight up and down rather than around the angles.
Oh no, I'd still play 2 rails around, I think, but he's got a pretty good angle to just push through this. I think he's straight enough that he can come off that second rail short into the 8. So here, and back down.
Right. With
Even
a gentle little kiss on the 8 ball, leave him straight on the 10. Looks like he's hitting it with straight follow. Well,
that's pretty good, I think. I think you might like that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he got behind it. Doesn't look happy with it.
Nope, not good. Hail Mary, one rail kick shot sideways past the 8.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what he's left down to, I think. Either that or a pretty tough massé shot.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much in the way of safety option here, is there?
Well, I mean, the kick on the 10 is a little bit of a safety. You know, you hit that a little long with left, you know, so it holds to the rail a little bit.
I mean, there probably is a possibility to hit the 10 and get the cue ball to sneak in behind the 8 with a little bit of draw or something, but
yeah,
it's
you're
still
just as likely to make the 10, though, I think.
Still not a winning shot. Well, yeah, you might as well call it. And then if you do hit it perfect, you got a tough shot on the 8. But
I think you hit this past and straighten it out, and it keeps you a little bit more on the rail. Because you really just don't want to bounce out a lot here, you know.
Yeah, and a safety battle's not going to get him anyway. Even if he hits that safety shot perfect, Preston's going to get a good hit.
Yeah, right. Down table and leave him distance.
Which brings you back to the Hail Mary. I mean, that 10 ball, I don't even, if it has much of a corridor past the 8, it's the 8 ball is so restrictive. That looks like what he's lining up. You better get ready for the action replay there, just in case he makes this shot.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for it here.
Yeah.
I think we'll take a look at
such a small window. I mean, how do you not hit the 8? As you're trying to sneak through there.
Oh, he gave it a run. And I tell you, he came out of that pretty darn good, to be honest with you.
Valiant effort, yeah. Both the 8 and the 10 blocking that pocket. Preston has some safety options available to him.
He definitely does, but he's still got some work to do on this table, even if he does decide to play safety, which I'm sure he's going to here.
Get the 3 ball off the rail and try and get a ball in hand. Does, of course, give your opponent another Hail Mary kick shot chance.
OFG. Opportunity for greatness. That's what this is.
Ow.
You get an opportunity to make an incredible shot. Sometimes when you got nothing to lose. Sometimes when you got nothing to lose, you give a shot like that a run and you make something incredible, you know.
Right. And that 3 ball is kind of in the way.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not fair. Look at. So the question is asked, have you ever taken lessons for pool? If so, from who, when, and how long? And he says, no, just my dad and YouTube. Well, what do you consider your dad?
Isn't that a yes?
Yeah, that's a yes. You did take one.
Well, kind of. Depends on the format, but yeah.
Yeah, Jake and I are going to have a conversation after this.
Oh, that was Jake. Okay.
So for those of you out there, if you learn from your dad, that's like taking a lesson. Trying to come off 2 rails behind the 10 ball here, and I'm sure he's going to try and stick him kind of behind the 8 or the 10. Actually, yeah, 2 rails, I would guess. Kevin, I forgot to thank you for the like, but thank you for the like. You hit that good if it gets to a rail. It's a good shot. Staying alive, you keep hooking that those balls up, but Preston's just got too many balls to shoot at. Really hoping for a miss safe from your opponent at this point if you're Jake.
Yeah, and the 8 ball's tied up. So if Jake can keep getting good hits.
Well, see, Preston's had enough saving him. He's going to just try and run out here.
Well, how are you going to do that?
Well, he would have liked to have a little better angle on this 6, and then he would have slid over to shoot the 5
If you start shooting balls in, you end up losing your... Okay, here's the safety that opens up the 5 ball.
But once again, you're going to give Jake an opportunity here, and he kind of pushed those balls all together. I hate that cluster in the middle of the table. That can cause trouble quicker than you think.
Yeah, but the good thing about that safety is the 8 ball is close enough. He stopped the one short, to the end rail kick shot, to the nearest rail. And in fact, there's no 1 rail kick shot.
No, I think he does have to come off the second rail, and the side pocket's kind of almost right where you want to be for that second rail. So it's definitely going to be
just one of these kind of 3 cushion billiards type shots where you hit the side rail, then the end rail with a lot of spin to come back to the same side rail again. Or at least bend it back. Yeah, they call that. What do they call that?
Oh, look at this jump kick.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm not even... Lynn, thanks for the like. Oh
wow,
my,
what
howdy,
a shot.
hit it.
Hit the replay button. That was a fantastic shot.
Wow, was that
Because he
great.
didn't have a straight one-rail kick shot, so he had to jump over the edge of the 6 ball
Now you just got to finish.
to
I
hit
tell
that
you,
one-rail
make that
kick.
ball.
You got to make this 8 ball now.
What a great shot. Shot of the match right
He's
there.
giving himself a chance. That was a fantastic shot. Oh, and that's
And he finishes too. Wow, was that
great
amazing?
shot. That's 2 good shots in a row.
I tell you what, let's take another look at that jump
Yeah.
jump bank kick here. Unbelievable. Really great shot and great out. I mean, the 8 wasn't easy either. After he made this ball, it was pretty incredible. Couldn't have hit that any better.
Wow.
My goodness. That was terrific. Let's watch that one more time.
What a shot.
That was really something.
Do we have the ability to see different angles on a replay?
No. Great. All right. Keeping it exciting. So we're going to get them to 8 games. That gets them within 3 games of Preston now.
Yep, this is a match.
Well, I was telling you, I wouldn't count Jake out, and that's the truth. He's playing strong, and that was a huge match. I mean, he was at such a disadvantage in that entire game. He made a couple of really nice hits, didn't sell out.
Yep.
Preston
right.
played it. Preston played it right too. He played a good safety there.
Right, and that's the problem with safeties, isn't it? When you do have chances to get out, is you do give you a chance. It might be a tough one. Oh, a crazy kick shot.
Fred Renner just pointed out, and he says he doesn't like jump cues. Well,
yeah,
he likes it now, right? Yeah, that was just a great shot. Well, I'll tell you, players are going to take a minute, so I'm happy to watch that one again. I don't mind. So let's take a look one more time here.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable, really. So one of our sponsors is Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. John Kramer does a great job, and he's a major sponsor of our stream. So we want to make sure we give a shout-out to him. We obviously have the overhead cam, which was featuring him most of the beginning of this match. And this is just kind of what it takes to contribute. If you look at that, you think about what you waste $40 on. And if you spend $40 here with John, I mean, the things that they do for our players, and I mean, they're the people that are really, keeping the memory of our great pool players throughout time alive. I mean, it's one of the ways that we can honor the people that have worked hard at our sport in Wisconsin. And John and the whole crew over there has done such an amazing job making it professional, making it really something that people strive for in the state now and want to be part of, and would love to be nominated for. I mean, it's definitely a great recognition. They do a great job with the ball. It's actually coming back here in 2023, so we're excited to have the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame tournament back in 2023. Looking forward to that. We had the inaugural tournament and banquet, and it was terrific. And again, John just does such a great job with all of that. Make sure you guys get over. Take you 2 seconds. You could do it on the player break here and donate some money to the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame and John and all the guys and what they do there. So guys are back, so I appreciate that. They made their break as short as possible, which is terrific on everybody's case, so thank them for that. Did I speak too soon?
Nope, they're here.
All right, perfect. So Jake coming to break.
Thumbs up, ready to keep going.
Thumbs up, ready to go is right.
So he wants to keep going here for Jake, and if he can get the balls to break nicely, he can give himself a chance to get right back in this match.
Mike Lagoo, thanks for the like. Or I'm sorry, and the share.
Balls opened up good.
Great break.
Balls in pocket. That is pretty much exactly what you would want.
Folks, it's about to get exciting here because I think if Jake can just pull this together, he's going to be within 2 games when we thought it was starting to look like it was going to be a blowout.
And I think the toughest ball to get on is the 2 ball, and he's on the 2 ball, so
Robert, thank you for the like.
If he doesn't like the steepness of this angle on the 2 and from the overhead, you'll see it looks a lot steeper than it seems on that view. But not really. He can roll this in.
Look here.
The 4 ball could be used to get a better angle on it, but I think I would just roll the 2 ball in.
Trying to find that starting shot, you know, it's sometimes the toughest part to get rolling here. But I really like solids. I think he's making the right choice here. 3, 6, 1, 5, 2, 8. So a bunch of stop shots.
Yeah, and what looks like on the screens the 5 ball is actually the pink 4 ball. I can tell because I'm looking right at it on the in real life. And we are using the TV balls, aren't we?
We are, yep. Yeah, that's my bad. So,
but here it looks pinker.
6 to the 1 to the 4
camera.
to the 2. How's that? Kind of got an angle here, so he's going to have to play to the rail and come back out.
Right.
I think.
But you want to get the 1 ball while you're down there, right after the 6. Yeah, and then he's got a nice little pattern. He's got a.
He wouldn't necessarily have to, because the 1 does go up in the corner. So if he, but what are you trying to get on here? Otherwise, you got to try and hit that hole between the 1 and the 8 if you don't play the 1 next. So I think you just push forward, miss the 11 to the top side, and come back out. Just left, I think, on this shot. Maybe a little bit high.
It's weird, though. From the overhead view, I feel like you could draw this ball, but looking at the table directly, he's got way too much angle to be able to do that.
I mean, if he's straight enough, he could play a lot of high right and play around those 2 balls, too. But I honestly just think he'd roll this with a little bit of high.
Yeah, if you look directly at the table, you see how steep his angle is. It's deceiving, really.
Well, he's going to go to the 1. He changed his mind.
Huh. Well,
kind of the same shot I was thinking the other way.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I like that. It's made it a little bit complex, hasn't it?
Well, I don't think so, because I think if he hits it there, he automatically that 10 ball is going to stop him, and he still has enough room for the 4.
Does he, though? I mean, with the 8 ball sitting there.
Well, he's shaking his head, so it must be a little tougher than I'm thinking it
I mean,
is.
if you stop right there at the 10 ball, I think you're hooked.
I don't know. Here, I mean, let's take a look from the top. That'll give us a little better idea.
Yeah, okay. As long as he doesn't... All right. Stop exactly at the 10 ball, you're okay, but...
yeah, I think just... I mean, but...
What if it drifts out a little bit?
Yeah, I'd worry more that it headed over by the 11, 13, or 12, whatever that is.
Well, if you follow it, yeah. Oh, you're thinking of following? I was thinking of just drawing gently into the 10.
Stop shot? Kind of?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out right now, so let's see what he decides to do.
And got a party of 3 walking. It's just a stage they're going through.
That was good timing, huh?
Those people walking through?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder what all these bleachers are for.
Yeah, did roll forward.
Yeah, see, like I said, I was a little bit worried about that
right,
12-11
You
there.
could have sneaked behind him, yeah, but he's okay.
So dead stop shot here. He just doesn't want to go forward at all.
Right.
Make sure you don't rattle the ball. You got to hold it there.
Good shot.
Perfect.
Got this exact same angle that he had at the beginning of this run. He could have shot this shot.
Yeah, but now all he's got to do is come up. Oh, he's looking at the corner. I really don't think you have to hit this ball that hard, but...
I would have shot this shot first, and then you had a whole table full of balls to shoot at if you get to the middle of the table.
Well, are you out there playing MH?
Well, no.
All right. I think he's done it perfect.
Lee.
Up till now. See if he can finish perfect.
Lee.
Lee.
He's looking at where he can stop and still be able to cut the 8 ball in the side. And it's quite a thin shot on the 2 ball here. So that shot he's looking at is absolutely dead weight. The 2 ball just getting to the pocket.
That's right. You stated it right. Just a dead weight shot. You just kind of bump it into the hole. Yep.
And that was too hard.
He's going. He's going to the corner. That's what he originally.
Well, he may
at.
have played that just because he lined up his cue, looking at his eyes. He's laughing and talking to Preston. So yeah, no,
he's laughing because it rolled into the dimple on the spot.
All right, that they tapped in earlier. All right.
Oh yeah, there you go. Blame it on them.
They tapped it in, didn't they?
Zach, thanks for the share. Or I'm sorry, like.
There you go.
All right,
we have a match.
2 games off now, 9-11. This is more like what I imagined this match would get to. So really happy to see Jake.
And that was a break and run, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
A nice break. Gave himself a chance and took it. Winner breaks format.
That's what's great about it.
Don't know when you're going to get back to the table.
If he keeps breaking like that, he may never. Those are some perfect breaks so far. That's 2 runs in a row. I don't know if that was off Preston's, I think, originally. I don't really recall fully.
I'm sorry, Senator. I just don't recall. There we go. Ball's in.
Stripes just falling in everywhere. But what a mess of a table this one is. Yeah. This break is not quite what it has been.
And you don't really like stripes. It seems that solids has more potential here. Just because of those stripes down at the bottom of the table. And the way the 3 ball is blocking the pocket. And he does have a shot on the 1 ball. All the way up.
Looks like what he's looking at. I think that's probably smart. I think everything kind of goes. If he shoots the 1, then the 3 combination goes. Getting back out of that corner, though, is going to be interesting.
When you shoot the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe. And of course, you want to clear that 3 ball out soon because that pocket's going to be needed for possibly the 2-6 combination. Or at least one of those balls. So he might be drawing when he hits this 1 ball and staying down there. But you got to get the cue ball out when you play that shot on the 3.
I think if you can get back to almost where you are again, if you get.
So he's jacking the cue stick right up because he was trying to draw the cue ball back an inch. Or 2.
Or 2, yeah.
Or into it.
Oh, did he call it?
Well, he made the.
Yeah, did he call that shot?
Well, he
did, yeah.
Oh, he called. Yeah, he kissed it off the 7. Okay.
Yeah, he called
in the side pocket.
No, he called the 3.
Well, he made the 1 ball off the 7 in the side pocket.
Oh.
And the 3 ball, so I can't tell you what he called, but and he was definitely drawing into that 3, and I don't know if
now he's looking at this combination.
Yeah, it's
man,
kind of tough.
I'm not a big combo guy, but
well, this is nothing easy about this combination because it's off angle, so you have to really just create the angle, cut the 6 ball.
Be a great shot.
He's got awkward bridging over the stripe.
Well, that's what makes it exciting, isn't it?
And he is jacking up and hitting the lower half of the ball again, so he is able to get low enough on this cue ball.
It's a Valley bar box combo here.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
Would have probably gone, huh?
He hit that terrific, though,
Yeah.
actually. It's
Good.
tough to get across the ball like that.
Good enough for a valley.
Yeah, that would have definitely went on a valley. All right, Preston, finally back to the table.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's excited to get back
He's-
because he's been away a little while.
Yeah, he's got a good chance to stop the rot and put an end to that little run. If he can negotiate this first shot. Just roll it in gently and shoot the 13 into the other corner. Rail first. He missed.
Did he miss or did he play safe?
Oh, he's examining the table. He thinks he got a weird contact off some alien object on the table.
Yeah, that'd be your fault. You're the...
I brushed and vacuumed the table before
Table
we started,
maintenance.
didn't I know?
I honestly believe that the cloth is just wearing out there.
I'd like to see a replay on that shot because...
now you tell me. It's a little late.
Yeah. I think he... he hit rail first.
Honestly, I think it rolled out of there. I think that's the other day when I told you I wanted to recover this table, even though we can't get cloth for all the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's because that end rail rolled away like that a little bit. I think it's just wore out.
I mean, he had to hit rail first, really, to get the cue ball off the rail. But he feels...
All right, it has nothing to do with the cloth or the table condition.
Why would you say that? Who knows? We'll have to ask him what he was... but he was definitely pointing at the cloth like something weird happened.
I thought I heard him mumble something about MH, too.
Right.
If you read his lips, you could see it.
Read my lips. No new taxes.
Right, that too. Well, I'll tell you, no matter what happened, Jake's happy to get back to the table right here. I almost feel like he can see the 4 here, but he must not be able to because he's not even looking. Oh, maybe he is, unless he's looking for safe here. Safe behind the 15.
I don't know if there's any good safety options here, are there?
Yeah, roll the ball right past on the bottom side of the 15. Oh, not there, though.
Not at all good. I mean, think about that, because the 2 ball's up there, so unless you...
Half that speed, though. If he would have hit that just a little bit lighter,
you would have to be frozen to the back of that 11 ball to have not shots in
not
the
really,
6 ball.
anywhere over on this side.
Well, then he's got the 6 ball in the corner.
He's shooting stripes. Silly man.
Oh, he's trying to freeze behind. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He still needed to freeze behind him, yeah. Right.
All right, Preston having to go to his relief valve there and go to the 13 ball because he got a little far on the 15. Little
nudge.
bump. Yeah. A little scramble here. Never hurts. I think Preston's a golfer. Gonna stick with the plan here. Cut that 13 in. I don't know if I would, though. I think I'd probably go 15 here. Oh, or 9, I guess.
Yeah, 9 closer to straight in.
Kind of put himself right in the back spot, but 15 in the corner is looking all right there.
Right, and the draw back to the other side of the 13. Yeah.
Depending on the angle here, if he's trying to force anything, this is one of those shots that you can push off to the outside if you're not careful. So you got to make sure he stays down and strokes the middle of the pocket like he did.
Almost hit it too nicely. He's ended up straight on this ball. Just on the wrong side of straight. You can...
Yeah, he's going to leave himself the long shot in the 8, I think.
You could force follow this.
I don't think he's going to.
Just enough angle that he can follow it and not follow it into the pocket. Just leave him a long shot.
Now, see, this is the shot I never know. Are you going to drill this shot past there, or are you going to just roll it up there?
Well, rolling it makes the pocket bigger. It also hangs it in front of the 2 if you don't. Should have popped it in with speed, shouldn't he? You gotta if you feel comfortable popping that ball in, stunning it in. If you feel happy making the ball that way, then just do it.
You could almost shoot straight at the 2 to play safe here.
Do what?
Just tap the 2 ball straight
to
away.
Break him, aggressive.
Yeah, I mean,
leaves him
the kick shot that he made.
Yeah, and this time he doesn't have
the jump. Yeah.
He doesn't have to jump. Yeah.
When it wasn't Preston.
But any other kind of safe also usually will probably result in the 8 ball being broken up, because if he hits it, it's broken. You know, if his opponent escapes and hits the 8 ball.
I kind of like doing it ahead, because that 8 goes anyways. I think you can kick it in. Unless you leave him no angle to kick it from, but...
Yeah, I mean, he could play a soft safety.
Just from a controllable aspect, I like shooting straight at the 2 here.
He could play a soft safety off the edge of the 5 ball, just hard enough to get the cue ball to freeze in between the rail and the 5 ball. And cut off that kick shot. And then he's really got nothing except for 2 rails to sort of make contact. At which point he sells out.
I just think there's more room on that 8 than you think.
He's going to play your shot.
Yeah, I think. Don't listen to me. I'm a horrible safety player.
Oh, no, he didn't. I almost like your shot, but this one is actually safer because there is no good kick shot here. Hasn't really opened up the solids.
See, then you just, if you get ball in hand here, you just set it and you shoot the combination 2-7 and freeze them tight to the 8.
Huh.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about that either.
So Preston doing what's probably recommended.
What, tying up his own balls?
No, he tied up Jake's balls.
Oh, right. Of course he did. Right.
Stripe, solid,
get my head in the game.
Right.
So, yeah, he just wanted to give him one more problem. He said, I'm not going to try and kick this, because even if I do make contact, I've just opened up the balls. But Jake is under no pressure here. So another safety to open up those balls.
Well, and I really, I mean, I like the fact that he should play this shot probably. Oh, he did just go safe, huh?
Yeah, why not? I mean, he wants Preston to go at these balls and try and kick this 8, just make a good contact on this 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
The table's open.
Not going to give him that, though, I don't think.
So he's going to nudge the... Oh, he's trying to create a 3-ball cluster on the other side. Okay.
Well, and
that's quite clever because...
took away the break shot for the 2.
Now, with ball in hand, though, he can probably just shoot the 2-ball into a different pocket. And then that turns into... I
don't think it has a pocket. I think that's why he did that. But maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he probably studied it before he shot it, didn't he?
See, I don't mind setting the cue ball right on that 2 and just a stop shot and leave him froze to the 8. I don't mind that shot.
There you go. He's calling the 2-ball.
Chris, 3 incompletes is not a loss in 8-ball. Not in any rules I've ever played.
He's taking a bold move here, and this ball has to go into the pocket.
Yeah, I honestly, I think I'd play my shot. Just stop it right there. Such a...
Yeah, and if you play it right, you don't...
Well, who am I kidding? If I actually played this, I'd probably be playing the break shot off the 4.
Yeah, of course. He's got balls, doesn't he? I mean, he doesn't have to...
The problem with that, though, is the 6 is your next shot at that point.
Well, the stripes, or the solids don't really lie that nicely. They're not terrible, but they're not that nice, and you could afford another safety maybe to develop them. That ball's in. He's taking his chance,
just shoot straight in,
and he's given himself a lovely angle on that 4-ball. So he's really, in fact, might be playing a draw kiss on the 7 just because the 7's in an awkward spot.
Yeah, get it off the rail a little bit. Can't hurt you. I like that.
And he's got other balls. There's got to be a shot if he makes. There's got to be a shot on.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be tough. If you draw into the 7 here, it'd be tough not to get something decent out of it. So I like that.
And yet, he's lining up, just playing out. He doesn't have to kiss the 7. He could play the 4, the 5. Yeah, he'd kiss the 7. Lovely. Right.
And he bumped it out just enough so it's easy in the side. So
Yep.
that 7's going to set him up before the 8. Oh, I take it back. 7, 6, and then the 8. That's probably smarter. Chris G says we should put out a vote, see if people want new cloth before next King of the Hill.
Oh, whatever.
I think the vote is absolutely.
Yeah,
There's no voting involved
We're
here.
planning on it. We're planning on it. Not sure what day, but we'll do it.
Well, you got to give it a couple days to break in. You can't put it on brand new cloth. Jake deciding he's going to stretch out his stroke a little bit there and make sure he hits it. And this is going to get him within 1 game. Wow, what a comeback so far. All right, keeping it interesting.
Well, yeah, this is a very close match now. We haven't seen a lot of Preston in the last few racks.
All right, so a few more questions here. Do you compete at anything else, and if so, what is it? And Jake's answer is coaching youth athletics. So that's terrific. I love to see mentors in sports and all those kind of things. Need those in all sports, including pool. So love our junior program around here. So good to see that type of thing for Jake. And do you have a specific reward for yourself after a good performance? And he said, not really, more practice. And looks like Preston has competed with his cousin in some bass fishing tournaments. So that's interesting.
So Jake there, staying with the head ball cut break, really, you call it, isn't it? Because he's only really hitting the head ball half ball.
Yeah, it's not really a second ball break, is it? He's
hitting the head ball, but he's hitting it relatively thin, like a half ball hit. And that just changes all the geometry in the
I tell you, it is really making a good break, though, for him. I think he, part of this game is figuring out the puzzles, I mean, and the break is a big part of the puzzle. So I think that's what's helped Jake kind of get a roll going here. He's had some good breaks that have allowed him to kind of get aggressive.
Yeah, and right away he went down and played that shot and got a little kiss that he didn't want.
Yeah, right. This is that 13 got a little tough on him. Or, I'm sorry, the 12. He's just going to try and bump it here. Hit or the 5.
Yeah, he didn't want to hit the 5. He was.
Well, that's okay there, though.
Oh, he did open it.
I don't mind that at all. Yeah,
I feel like he was trying to hit the stripe ball, but
I think either one of them. Truthfully, before he hit that, I kind of mentioned, if you hit either one, I think you're okay. So he did spin it in.
Okay.
15 go up in the corner. Must. Looks like he's setting for it.
The combination. Are you sure he's not playing the ball in this?
He's playing the side pocket here.
Side pocket, yeah,
but I think he's looking at that 15 to see if it goes past the 7.
Oh, I see.
Up in that corner. It obviously goes the other way.
Or he could play that off the 7 in the side.
True, if he needed to. Really, the 13 is still your trouble ball, so you got to make sure you have a path to get to there. And I mean, the problem is you really don't.
12, don't you? The 13 he's going to play in the side pocket.
My bad, yeah.
And it is a little bit orangey, isn't it, on some of the screens?
It's a good thing we can tell the difference between the 2 and the 4, though, at least. Can't tell the difference between the 13 and the 12, but. Oh, and he did try and play it off that 7.
Yeah. And it wasn't hanging, that 7 wasn't exactly in the perfect spot for that, but it could be made, but you couldn't hit it full or half ball.
Really, in Preston's situation right now, all the pressure is on him. He had quite a lead, and he's had a couple opportunities here and given 1 or 2 back. So really, this is a test mentally for people at this point in a set. Got to make sure he's.
But he knows that if he takes this run out, he's still got the lead, and he's putting the pressure, and he's not that far from the finish line, and he's breaking next. So this run is important. Balls are wide open. The 2 and the 7. Does the 7 go past the 2, or do you have to take him in a different order? 7 doesn't really go past the 2, I don't think. Maybe it does. But he's just pondering those at the moment.
Take a quick look.
Okay. Brushed the 7 ball there. He's totally okay. Got shots on the 1 and the 3. Stop shot on the 1. And so what do you shoot next here? Obviously you shoot the 3, but what are you trying to get on the 7, he says, straight on the 7? It's not, just you've got 2 balls.
I like trying to get on either one of them right now. I think you play back to the middle of the table, and that way you still have an option.
Yeah, he's got 2 balls. They both go. They're both wide open, but it somewhat seems awkward, doesn't it?
This feels awkward to me, this shot.
Yeah.
I think I would have probably been more in the middle of the table going for the 6, but Preston knows what he's comfortable with, and I think he's all right here.
Yeah, but it is a shot that you had to just get the speed right. He's still got a shot. A lot thinner than he wanted, but he can roll this ball in. Oh, that's a well-controlled stun around the edge.
A little bit short on this shot, but should be able to cut this ball.
Yeah, it's not a gimme.
Got to look out for the corner pocket here. This is one of those that you got to let go a little bit.
On the cue ball, yeah.
Got to make sure that cue ball doesn't head up to that top corner.
Right,
hit it perfect.
Played it good, yeah, middle of the row.
Really good shot.
Maintains his lead. Stops the rot. Edges closer to the victory line.
Yeah, now he's got a 2-game lead again.
Now let's see if he can get a break in a run.
Take a second and thank everybody. Appreciate you guys joining us, and we apologize for all the technical difficulties in the beginning of this match, and glad that we haven't had any problems since then. So a little knock on wood there, and hopefully we won't have any issues for the rest of the match.
Yeah. So also another head ball break where he's hitting the head ball very thin. That was even thinner than the previous, than Jake's break. And when you hit it that thin, you're wondering if he was trying to hit the second ball.
Well, I'll tell you, while Preston looks at this, well, he's going to go to the 3. So
He's got to play a nice little bump here. He's following into the... Oh, okay, he played the combination, of course. Open table. He's shooting quickly like he has a plan. And that
I think the plan is to get some momentum here.
Yeah.
I think he probably is feeling a little
well, that means
lagging.
the 5 ball must go. And he's going to work his way down to it. 6 ball first, then the pink 4.
I'll tell you, I'd be tempted to maybe pick that 5 out of their next 2 shots here. 4 ball to the 5 like he's looking
I'd
at.
be doing it now. 4 ball, yeah. Stop.
Well,
up
yeah,
to get on
that's
the
what
5.
we're saying here. I think I'd
He's
leave
looking
those
at-
other ones out there.
He's
yeah.
looking at the 6 ball or the 7. The 7, I
don't
think.
mind getting rid of one of them, I guess, but he
Right.
should probably come back for the 4 next.
Well, he's going to take it. Well, shoot the 6. Could shoot the 3, but there's not really any need to do that. He is going to shoot the 3. And try and get nice and close to straightish. Or just a little angle on the 4. Make sure you're not hiding behind the 8-ball or scratching in the side pocket.
Oh, boy, it was close all the way around.
Perfect. And because of the angle that he's got, he's not. He's going to leave the 5-ball till last. He didn't like the reason he didn't take it.
Got it here.
He didn't like his angle, and he hasn't really improved it with that shot. His angle on that pink 4-ball, which he could have shot the previous turn, but he didn't because he had too much angle on it.
This is one heck of a little spin shot here to hold
Soft. Super.
Oh wow!
Miscue. He was hitting that ball really low. That was a very soft draw shot. Is what that was supposed to be.
Gave Jake a perfect angle to come into this set.
Close to the miscue line, and probably should have chalked up before that shot.
I think this is a great.
But you're right. That was sort of the maximum super soft draw. And that was a big moment in the context of this match.
Yeah, I think Preston really wanted to drive that one home, and he had a good opportunity to do it. I still would think possibly shooting that 4-5 a little bit earlier in that set would have been helpful to him.
Yeah, and sometimes you're planning on it, and the angle's just not right, and so you go to plan
Never
B.
develops, yeah.
But that first shot that Jake just played opened it up nicely. So trying to get straight on the 11 in the side.
Yeah, again,
that's fine. Actually, no.
Yeah, I think roll up.
Right.
Get those 2 down by the 5 out of there, and then.
That's right. Thinking about the 8-ball, you leave that pink stripe up table, don't you? Which means that's just perfect. And that's also perfect. Stop shot and play the 9 in the side, or where would you like the 9? You could roll forward, I suppose, and play it in the corner.
Could roll forward and play it in the side. I think he's got a little bit of an angle. You know, play it in the same side as the 12 ball's on.
All right.
Just depends on the ultimate angle.
I think I kind of like just
he's going to just draw it here.
Stop shot. Draw it.
Yeah. I think Jake liked drawing that ball, and it worked out perfect for him.
That'll do nicely.
Yeah, it has been pretty close through the whole match, but Preston did jump out for a few games there where he was actually had 5 at the most, right? Didn't quite get to 6 ahead.
Yeah, it was
5 ahead was the
it was 5-10 at one point, wasn't it?
Yep.
Since 5-10, of course, Preston's only won 2 games. Where Jake is just about to win his 6 since that moment.
12-11, folks. Got a tight one. Be weird if this went hill-hill. That never happens.
Mm-hmm. Then we get to find out who is king of the hill.
Paul Hemminghouse, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, and thanks for the like. Appreciate it. We had the Hall of Fame cam. Now we got the overhead Clarion cam. We want to thank both of our sponsors. We really appreciate everything they do for Mad Apple Xstream. Thank all you guys, too, for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. You are with us at Mad Apple Xstream. Normally on YouTube. Are we on YouTube again? I think we are. I think it went back to YouTube now. So whatever was glitching out earlier is all better now, thankfully. Same break again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working. Another nice open table.
Tom Carl, thank you for the like.
Solids look good here.
Got ahead of ourselves. Solids do look good here. 4-ball would be the only issue if you were going to create one down on that end rail.
Yeah, you can play this combination.
Stripes don't look bad either if you got a good starter. 11-ball wouldn't be the worst starting shot for stripes.
Well, that's true.
I think you could probably play almost either way here.
If you play this combination on the 2-6 and follow forward for a window on that 4-ball.
Scott, I am so happy to be here streaming for you. You have no idea. So you're very welcome. I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, I agree, Patrick. It is pretty close to above 90% of the time we go hill, you know, and it almost doesn't matter on the distance in Fargo between these players usually, you know.
No, and there's not much between these guys.
No, and the advertisement was wrong. It's a 636, which you see here on the scoreboard, but on the advertisement I had him down as a 612.
So he's just trying to negotiate. He's going to shoot this pink 4 in, and he wants to get the cue ball up table. And he's looking at those combination shots on the 6-ball.
So I know what happened. Remember, his wife was on the stream before and commented, and the daughter was cheering on Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, oh my, almost scratched in the side there.
Yeah, from that angle, it would be crazy.
If you remember, I mentioned that there's a pool and a hot tub. So she probably got on the phone with him and said, I want to go to the pool and hot tub. You better win this match. And that's when it turned around. That'd be my guess.
Must be it, because the missus said.
Well, that's right.
So he got on this combination just like he wanted.
Probably didn't want to be in the hanging in the side pocket, but he'll take it.
Elevating the cue, so he played a stop shot, which meant he had to hit it harder than you might have wanted if you're planning it slightly different. 5 balls got up table, but at least it didn't get hooked anywhere.
I like shooting jacked up. He's going to jack up and shoot the 1 here, I think.
Oh, that's a tricky
roll
shot.
Up for the 3. 1, roll up for the 3, stop shot on the 3, 2 in the side, or draw back on the 3. 1 of the 2.
Yeah, it's tough to reach that one. There's a whole string of balls in the way, not just the 11 ball.
Yeah. Maybe he cuts the 2 in the side. No. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, comes around 7 angles. So around the 5 ball.
I don't know if he's got the angle to get around it, but we'll see.
No.
Yeah, not quite.
Would like to have gone around the 5 ball.
Yeah, I think that's what he was thinking, but a little tight.
So he's going to be forced probably into this combination, the 5-1 in the side pocket, which is no gimme.
Yeah, and I think that is what he called, so let's take a look. But even if you make that, the problem is the 5 is going to kind of travel behind the 13 ball, and the cue ball is actually going to drift over a little bit, so you might have nothing.
Yeah, and you might be hoping that the 5 actually bumps that 13 on the way through rather than
well, here, this is back to that shot I was talking about before on the 2. You just stop the 5 and freeze them tight there on the 10 ball. Right?
Right, there's that. Freeze them on the 10 ball.
I mean, just stop shot there makes it pretty tough on them.
And then what does he do? He plays some kind of snick off it. Back into it and freeze you behind the 10.
Well, I like that a lot better than trying to play this 5-1, though. Just my opinion. And if he makes it, more power to him.
Right.
But
if you miss it, yeah.
You miss it, I think you're selling it out.
You're going to wish you played the... Right, he's going for it.
It's tough to see that, though, sometimes, especially when you're trying to get out.
Yeah, and I mean, this first shot on the 5 is close to straight. So he still has to obviously cut the 1 ball. And he's cutting the 5 just a little, so it's definitely not a gimme, but it's there to be had.
See if he stays down. I have a tendency to jump up when I'm trying to make a shot that's Stayed down and made
Beautiful. And now you got to be glad you
What a
shot it.
shot. No kidding.
Much better, isn't it? Don't let your opponent
That's
back.
what I would have done.
Yeah, if you got a chance. And that's the problem. I mean, with playing safe, you give up chances to get out.
Well, and I like aggressive play, so I just don't like combos
And
that much.
the only times
he played it perfect.
The only times you're ever going to make that combination is when you go for it.
Would you look at this? I'll tell you what, little tap shot in the side here, 8-ball in the corner,
Yeah.
and we got a tie match here, folks. Race to 3 for the king.
And that combination really just opened up things up nicely. There was rewards to be had if you make it.
Absolutely.
And slightly awkward bridging, but that's not going to
Really
stop him at
beautiful,
all.
Really beautiful finish there. I probably should have F10 that
Combination
in the side, but I was just in awe at the fact that he made it.
Yeah.
So what a terrific out.
Preston still got the lead here by 1 game.
He does not.
Oh, they haven't scored it yet.
They haven't. It is
All
tie
right.
game. Didn't
Ouchie.
you hear me? I just did a whole
Well,
thing
I
about
generally
being
don't.
tie. You know.
Got you tuned out.
It's just because you're deaf.
Yeah, well, what?
Right. Ask your wife. She tells me all the time.
Mm.
There's a shot. You can see our 12-foot big screen TV over the top of the arena there. The guys back on the sidelines are watching from that perspective. It's kind of nice. They can see the live action, but then they can actually see the table views. So, well, is Jake going to remember to bump his score up to 12 there? We'll find out.
Yep, he's going for it right now.
You see there's a little tablet there. We'll see about how long it takes for it to get there.
There you go, instantaneous.
There it went. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so this is that little snick break. He's just hitting off the edge of that first ball with speed.
Yeah, and they're both playing that same shot. Cue ball flies around.
Really nice looking table right here, I think.
Just changes the geometry, doesn't it? Gives a twist to the rack and adds a certain randomness.
Did he make 3 stripes on that break? I think he did. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Is he going to play solids?
Well, normally,
like
general rule of thumb is you do want to take the one there's more of, but
yeah, unless you're playing points like our league, right?
Right. But the stripes are not going to get in the way.
Fred Renner says heading for Hill.
Of course, there was no real strong reason not to take stripes there. They were wide open, but
Scott said you need miracle ear.
Need what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Miracle ear.
What is that?
It's a
hearing aid.
Yeah, a little hearing aid device. You bump the 3 up by the side pocket here, or do you leave it alone on the rail?
Well, that's because I thought he was going to use that ball in the side pocket to get straight on the 3 easily, but it's gone now, and so I guess you do. I mean, it probably wasn't necessarily the simplest plan.
No, but I think now that he's in this position, he almost has to.
I mean, you've got to shoot the 4 now. You could draw into it easy, and you've got a shot on the 2. You're not quite on the right angle that you like. You can't whack this 3 ball too hard just in case you send that in trouble. But he decided, no. He's just going to play on it. Don't bump it if you don't have to. He got himself on the 2 ball.
Well, yeah, we've been gone for a week. Did they ever bring Jerry back? Has he been back? We had our 60-year-old friend that we met. Said he has loved pool his entire life. He was here for his brothers and sisters brought him here for his 60th birthday.
Awesome.
It was amazing. It was great. So he didn't bump that ball, so now he's got to make sure he gets over there for that 3. I guess I kind of want to look at this from the side and see what he's got for an angle on the 2. Could be worse. This isn't too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess he's decided he's going to try and get on the 3 last. I don't really like it.
Yeah, I don't like leaving balls like that last either. I would agree. 6 here. It's interesting. I guess if you leave yourself a nice angle to bounce back over for the 3, that's good.
That's key, yeah. You don't want to be straight. I think he's got enough angle here where he can follow with spin. 15 ball kind of, you've just got to make sure you don't accidentally hit the 15 trying to do that.
Of course, because you're coming at that angle, the 8 becomes a little bit of an issue here, too.
You're not going to end up straight on the 3. You're going to end up with an angle on the 3, and you're going to have to go backwards and forwards.
See, I like that better. He's looking at the draw shot here. I like drawing this back over, staying on this side of the 15 like he is there.
Yeah, you never bring that window of being hooked into play.
Yeah, and you might end up with a little tougher shot on the 3, but
I think drawing it, you might end up getting straight on the 3, but he's following.
Well, let's see what he does. Okay, so he just decided...
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, right. It's a good shot. And again, this is another one where I think people think they got to run back and forth on this shot, and you really don't. You just pocket speed this down the rail.
Roll it in.
Yeah, dead spin. Is that what you call it?
And then you have dead weight.
Dead weight, yeah.
And then you have pretty much the same angle on the 8 ball. But if you prefer to hit it with speed, just because you like pocketing the ball that way, you can. Et voila.
Yeah, and he did play it back and forth. Yeah. I tell you what, this will be the first lead for Jake.
Wow.
Since he went up 2-0 if he can finish this 8 ball. Yeah, it never seems to be easy, does it? You always end up over something. So he's got a little bit of a hand placement issue. So just wanted to reset, make sure he gets this ball in. And that one he did roll in. So great shot, taking the lead from our current king, Preston Olszewski.
With a break and run.
The break and run, yep. And good break. I mean, he's got that break working. We were talking about that. So, yeah, Patrick said his sister contacted me. He will be back soon, so that's good to see that Jerry's going to be back. And, yeah, she had reached out to me originally on Facebook, Patrick. So we were talking, and I knew he was coming, so I was really happy that I was able to make it work in our schedule. And then we had a couple other people. Ron came down to wish him a happy birthday, and we had Tanya came and played him some games. Who else was here? Oh, Mark West, of course. Everybody had a blast. I mean, he said he's been playing forever, you know, and it's good to see him down. Well, it's just gotten interesting, hasn't it?
Yeah, and Preston's got to be hoping, A, he gets a chance again, and when he does, he's got to be ready for it.
Yeah, correct. Yep, he's got to finish, and he has. You know, I mean, when he's gotten the opportunity and gotten back to the table, he really hasn't made any mistakes.
And the emotions can change. I mean, he's been in the lead. He had a strong lead. At one point, it looked like he was just going to walk away.
Dan Herdina. See, now there's a guy that should really be here playing this challenge match. We can't ever seem to convince him. We got a free hotel room for you, Dan. You could come spend the night, saltwater pool. Definitely should be up. Chris says that Jake's pre-shot routine makes him nervous. It's a little edgy.
I'm not sure what that means.
Well, because it is. It's very like excited,
right.
kind of, you know.
It's like every little practice stroke is just a little visualization of banging the ball in the pocket.
Right, I keep really expecting him to just bang it. Every time.
So he's ended up with another nice open table off the break.
I'm going to get yelled at again. I should have given us the overhead view. Good shot there. And I think he's going to have to go to the 10 here.
Yeah, that wasn't the friendliest
We'll
little
take
nudge.
a look at the top here quick. Give everybody their happiness for a second. Well, he takes a look, but I think he's going to have to go to the 10 and then go out from there. So.
Bumps the 11 a little closer to the solid.
That's pretty good too. He's got a good angle
okay.
here. He's going to play the 15 and then bring the 11 back to the same pocket he just shot to.
And then looking up table after that, he's kind of got to get these balls into the side pockets.
Yeah, I was going to say 13 in the side, 9 in the other side, 10 in the either other side or corner, depending on the angle he ends up out on the 9 ball with.
Yeah, so you can use, after shooting this 11, the 13 to get you up table, but you'd sort of wish you could
I don't really like the
get up
angle
there.
he ended up on here.
Well, that's right. If he'd been on the other side of this, he would have probably shot the 11 and tried to get up table on the 9 first and leave the 13 as a sort of a safety net. But he's just looking at, see, what he's pointed out there is rolling that 13 in the side. So he's really going to draw back to pretty much exactly the same angle that he's got on the 13 right now. Like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good there.
That's perfect. Yeah, he's going to roll this ball in the side with speed to right where he's pointing his cue right now.
Yeah, the problem is he doesn't want to get too far because that 10 ball does not come down here past the 5-6, I don't think. I mean, it may bank around it just slightly, but you definitely would rather have that go up to the corner or the side pocket.
Yeah, the happy angle on this 9 is to just stop short of getting straight.
Right. As light as you can hit this ball, I think. Because he did end up with a little more angle than he probably would have preferred. Because you would have liked to be able to run up into the rail to get your speed here. He gives you a little more room. But because he's got more of an angle, he's got to just roll straight down.
He's
no rail involved.
Cutting across the window, like they always tell you not to do, or try not to. But that's
good speed. Yeah,
that's good speed. Yeah, and so that's exactly what we were talking about, just short of straight.
Yeah, Scott said Preston hasn't shot in 15 minutes. That's probably close to accurate. I'll tell you that. So Jake's wife really wants to stay at the Clarion next time.
And he did have a shot which he kind of which he sort of turned over. Oh, it's that weird shot with the rail, wasn't it? Or the cloth.
Yeah,
that could have been a massive.
It's all going to be your
turning
fault.
Point.
I'm telling you, we'll blame it on you.
You can try. But that was a big moment, wasn't it?
Let's see. America Hustle. So the answer to the question is the king plays on. So if Preston would win, he would play again next week and be challenged by a new challenger every week. And you play until you lose. Yeah, and it's a minimum $250 entry fee. They can play for more if they so choose. Well, I tell you, Jake has really came on here in the end and shown some real fight. You know, Preston's got a lot to do here now. It's only 3 games and he can do it, but he's got to get back to the table.
Now that was another break and run, I'm assuming. We haven't seen Preston, have we?
Good shot there. Good out. And so puts him on the hill.
I'll
tell you what,
really
about 25, 30 minutes ago, I don't know if we would have had this idea.
Yeah.
So Preston's got to get an opportunity to the table, and when he does, he definitely needs to take advantage because Jake is on fire right now.
We'll see how this break turns out.
Well, since as it was asked and we're getting to the end here, I just want to thank everybody again for joining us at Mad Apple Xstream. This is our King of the Hill match, and it is broadcast live out of the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company right here in Appleton, Wisconsin. And I'm joined in the booth tonight by my good friend of 26 years, probably now.
Don't remember.
How old's Jack?
I don't remember. I used to know his age, but
So
it keeps
25,
changing.
26 years, somewhere around that neighborhood.
I think he's 27.
All right, Jake, excited to get things rolling here, and he's going to go to break. Try to keep everything going the way it was for him. You make a ball? Did he make a ball on that break?
Yeah, he did.
And again, it's it's pretty open. Other than that, is that 13-8 is a little bit tied up.
And he hits that head ball so thin, it almost looks like a miss hit on the second ball break, where you just clip the one. But he's repeating it, so it's deliberate.
Well, I'll tell you, those are about the only problems that I see is at 8-12. So he's got to find an angle to break that. Everything else is, you got pocket for everything.
Yep, that 8-13 sure is a problem.
Well, it looks like he's going for it right away.
Yeah, he got it,
and he got it, too. Well, I tell you, just cleared up the only problem on the table. It is a little bit of an issue to get back up on that 12. But he's got plenty of opportunities to do so.
Yeah, you have to plan that well, don't you? I mean, which of these balls would you like? Probably the 9 ball over the side to get down for the 12.
Yeah, I think my guess is that he would be shooting the 13 right now. Even though it's a little bit tough, just slide over and try and shoot that 10 next, maybe. Well, he's going to take the 9, so.
Well, yeah. He's not going to use the 9 to get on the 12 then, is he?
Yeah, no. You know, I know he wants to slow down here, but I think you got to be careful not to overthink either. He hasn't been doing that as of yet. He's been just rolling with things.
Yeah, but if you don't see this path exactly, you got to stop and figure it out. You can't just shoot balls here. You know, the 10 ball, if he gets an angle on the 10 ball, he can kind of pop that in and go down table. The 15, if the 14 was gone, he could use the 15 to get down table, but that's not happening now. Possibly.
It's getting a little bit tough, actually.
Yeah, he's not quite straight enough on the 10 to spin and draw down, and that's not really a very nice shot anyway. So it's not clear, even with ball in hand. You know, while with ball in hand, you'd probably set on the 14.
Right.
Well, I mean, obviously you'd set on the 12, but what angle do you want on which of these 3 balls up table to get down there? And usually you want to do it early, but sometimes you just have to take these balls out and leave it till last. But you've still got to pick a ball to do it. Snicking the 14 ball in.
Yeah, I like the shot, actually. I was going to suggest it.
And if the 10 ball wasn't there, it would naturally go down for that 12 down table. But
yeah, but he tried to force that around, and Preston is probably going to jump out of it. Oh, my. Well, I tell you, that is one heck of a nice roll there that he got.
Yep. Preston's got to figure out something here.
Well, and you're already coming from a spot where you're a little bit frustrated.
If Preston can survive this rack, he can win this match, but he's got to survive this shot.
Oh, does he have? Okay, so he's got enough that he's going to make an offensive shot at this.
Is he?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like he's going to try and play the 7 in the side. And try is not the word.
A great shot. What a great shot, Preston, when you needed it.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
If that didn't go in, you lose the match.
Yeah.
He's now got a real good chance to get back in this match. Balls are open. 8 ball's got a pocket. Sitting nice. Just stay calm. Do what you always do. Run out. Confidently struck. And he is a cool one, Preston.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could say that there's been emotional swings in this match, being so far ahead and then all of a sudden not being.
And so far it's working. So great shot on the 7 to open this thing off.
There we go.
Yep.
So he's only one game behind and he's breaking. Now let's see if he can repeat the success that Jake has been having.
Take a real quick look at that 7 again.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. I wasn't sure if he was playing some kind of sneak in safety here. And look at the left-hand spin he's used to shoot this.
Oh, I mean, he had
Inside
to hit it
English.
perfect. It was really well struck.
Play that again, would you? Can you?
I don't know if I have time.
Just because what?
Let's watch him break. We can come back to it.
Okay. The amount of inside English you used on that shot. For what purpose? Did that make the shot easier somehow? Usually you like outside English.
No, if you think about the throw away from that ball.
Just to sort of bend around it or something and be coming at it from a slightly different angle. I mean, he was kind of frozen on that ball, wasn't he?
Oh, boy.
And he would have loved the same kind of results that Jake has been getting on his break the last few racks.
Yeah, while he's taking a look here quick, let's shoot that. You can see all the low right that he's shooting on this ball. While Jake takes a look, we'll take one more look.
Yeah, what a good shot.
All right, Jake precariously placing the cue ball in there for the 13 ball to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because he's going to leave those 3 balls sitting there pretty solid, and they're really not great when they look like that.
Right. And they're kind of out of the way, too, if they're all close together. And stripes. If he hits this first shot nicely and comes out for a shot.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there is the biggest thing, is get out in a good position. So don't underhit it. Uh-oh.
Bump that ball.
Well, he does have the 10 there, so that's...
yeah, and I think that ball goes in the side, so
sure looks like
he's okay. And the 8 ball is clear, too. So he doesn't have to do too much other than figure out how to pick these balls off.
What a great set this has been. Other than the technical difficulties, it's been a wonderful
great set. Terrible
man.
Broadcast. Great set.
Poor guys are going to have to go back and watch like 4 clips just to see their match, you know.
Sorry, can he hit this without bumping balls? Nope. That was a kiss shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's going to hope that ball either hangs up there good for him.
Was that unnecessarily complex? He's got a combination on the 9-15, I think, to save the day.
Yeah, and the only problem with this ball is you got to kind of hit it stiff because you got to kind of hold it there for the side pocket. I don't know if you want to roll this.
I think he plays the 14 after this.
I think it's
roll
too
it
much
in
of an
gently.
angle, but maybe I'm wrong. Yep, I'm wrong.
That's not looking good for Preston, for the Preston fans out there. And what was the difference in this match? Probably breaks. They were hitting the break very similar, but it just...
Well, I agree. Jake had the break figured out on this table, and this isn't a dead gimme, so stuff like that could have happened.
Well,
didn't quite.
But didn't. Yeah, he's okay. You wouldn't think he has to study this too hard and long, but he is going to take a good old look. Why change now?
Yeah, I mean the 5 ball still in the center of the table can become an issue.
Right.
So you really got to kind of think about this. I definitely would not shoot the 11 last. I would shoot the 11 now.
Yeah. Because it's just as tough to shoot the 9 and get on the 11 as it is to shoot the 9 and get on the 8.
Yeah, probably. Right.
Except the 11 goes in the corner, and given that, you might actually simply avoid all problems by just gently rolling the 9 ball in now and shooting the 11 in the corner.
Yeah.
Then you take the 5 ball out of play. But no, he's indicating a position area close to the 5 ball.
Well, so that'll be interesting.
Is he really? Look, he's deliberately left himself an angle on this 9. He's going to come across table, across the face of the 5
window
ball.
Between that side pocket.
Yeah, and there you go. He's showing you his spot again. It's a little window in between the 5 and the scratch in the side.
Well, let's see how he hits it.
Got to get the speed right.
Wouldn't be everybody's choice, but let's see how Jake hits it. Well, I think I knew what he was doing. He looks like he's going to get right in where he wanted to be. And this is it for the new king. If Jake can put this down, we got a new king on our hands. And he does. Well, great shooting there.
Great comeback.
Yeah, I tell you, that was just a great match all the way around. Preston did not play bad by any means. I think Preston gave a good game. He missed maybe a ball difference, you know what I mean? But the breaks were huge, as you said.
One or two moments that he would take back and try again and be a different match.
So that being said, guys, this is it for tonight, and we really want to thank everybody again for joining us at Mad Apple Xtreme. We look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday for the Open Stream, which is the sister channel to the Mad Apple Xtreme. That's our Queens, Jesters, and Knights matches, and look for that to be announced tomorrow. So keep your eyes open, and look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. And then obviously the following week on Friday, we've got another great Kings match for you, 7:30. Looking forward to seeing you all back. Have a great night, and on behalf of my good friend Mr. Penglaze.
That's right. And you, Kendall Quickfire Cook.
Yep.
Thanks
you guys have
for having